Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, I'm glad you're feeling better. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi there, Keegan. Hi, Josh. How did it go at the dentist? I'm glad to hear that. Hi, Zach. Are they? Hi, Joshua. Hi, Isaiah. Hi, Graham. Hi, Ella. The group of people that come into your classroom and the dynamics and the personalities. And so I'm someone that I really don't save things from year to year. I kind of see as each year as something new. It's kind of like a new slate, and I think, okay, how am I going to approach it this year? And of course, right away, I thought, oh gosh, a three-dimensional shape. But here's the cool thing about this box, that I can actually break it down into a flat piece of cardboard. Isn't that cool? The first subject area we're going to be working on is math. And we're talking about three-dimensional shapes. The objective is that you could find an area of a triangle, of a rectangle. And we talked about a formula that you could use to find the area of a rectangle. Does anybody remember what the formula was? Courtney, what was it?
Area equals length times width.
Yeah, area equals length times width. And how do we write that formula down? And we're also going to talk about nets. And nets are simply a pattern of what a three-dimensional shape might look like. And then we're going to work on science. This is the first day of our fourth quarter science unit, and it's on ecosystems. And we're going to be talking about how do we know if something's alive or it's not alive, and that's what we're going to focus on our science lesson today. Here's a picture of Daisy Dog. And you've heard me talk about Daisy Dog before. And Daisy Dog is a living thing. You've heard me tell Daisy Dog stories. But also, here's a rock. And this rock is not a living thing. And I want you to think, how do you know the difference? How do you know the difference? And I'm going to give you a couple minutes to think about this, but I want you to imagine that we're playing 20 questions. Have you ever played the game 20 questions before? Yeah. This is my 29th year of teaching, and I've taught first grade, second grade, fifth and sixth, and now I'm in fourth. Oh gosh, well, a huge part of it is writing. I mean, that's when they take the state writing assessment. And so really focusing on being able to write a good personal narrative is really important. They really get into some more complex multiplication and division. And the thing I noticed also is they really have to stop and really delve and think about some of the mathematics. Some of the things that I taught in first grade and second grade, children had to stop and think, but if they had this really strong background, they found themselves really successful, and now I find they're really having to stop and think a long time about solving some problems. You know, I just love that because, you know what, this takes me back to when I taught first and second grade, and I know I taught some of you in second grade. And does anybody remember the lesson? It was 8 squared centimeters. And what about number 2? Audrey? 48 squared feet. Someone tell me, when I'm going about solving that problem, 4 times 2 times 5, according to the order of operations, what would I do first? Hannah? You're absolutely right. It's round and it's not flat. A part of it is, it's sort of an expectation that we've talked about, how to be productive with your time. Like when you're waiting, what can you do? How you can get out your notes and you can look over the things that you've learned. Maybe you've got some homework that you need to finish up. Always have that book with you, so if you have a couple minutes, you can pull it out and you can start reading. And lots of kids I find just love those few minutes of being able to pull out a book and read. They get really excited. They love to get into like a series of books. We encourage children to recommend books to one another. And so a lot of it is, we've talked about that expectation. It only goes to show that they understand it and can live up to it. To make the figure three-dimensional, we need to add another dimension. Imagine stacking many layers of squares, one on top of another. Now we have a cube. Boys and girls, give me 5. So, what did you notice? What's something you discovered? I just feel this great joy for them. I think about my own life when all of a sudden I've just done something and I've just done it repetitively, and then all of a sudden it's like I understand the deeper purpose to it. And I think of those aha moments in my own life, and so I just feel joy for them. Like all of a sudden, oh good, they get it. They're excited enough to smile, to express it, to talk to the person next to them, to verbalize that out loud. And so a lot of it is I'm just feeling joy for them.